Hi, welcome back. It's 2018. New year, new you. Is that what you're thinking? That's what I was thinking. No, actually, I've got to be honest with you. I've been kind of waiting for inspiration to strike, but it did. So I thought I would share with you what I have been up to these past 13 days of the new year. Sorry, I haven't really been around. It's summer school holidays here, so my kids have just been around all the time. So it's been hard to find a quiet moment to connect with my own thoughts, let alone you lovely people. But I'm here and I'm here now and I'm ready to talk because I've discovered a few really amazing things that I want to share with you. So, I think especially because it has been school holidays, because I've had kids around all the time, I felt myself just turning into shouty mum. And I felt myself really becoming just stressed out and anxious and annoyed and irritable and, you know, all the things that you don't really want to take with you through the day. And I don't really want to, be shouting at my kids and then stressing out and then, my hubby walks in the door at night and because I've been stressing out with these kids all day, I take it out on him. So in the last week, I've made a real shift in the way that I am living my life. Have a think about who I am and how I am and what I would like to sort of achieve this year. And what it really came down to is one thing. I simply want to be better today than I was yesterday. In all facets. I want to be healthier. I want to be stronger. I want to be happier. And I want to be more calm. And to achieve this, what I've realised is that I need to be more present. I need less time on my phone and on social media because there's so much noise. There's so much noise that comes with technology. There's so much noise that comes from life with young kids. And I just felt like there was too much noise in my life. So, what I've done is incorporated three main things into my life that I feel like have made a real difference. So the first one is meditation. So I've meditated on and off over the years, since I was a teenager really. A teacher actually at school, first introduced me to meditation. So it's something that I've used on and off throughout my life, but it's really only come up again, not through me deliberately meditating, but rather it being something as a part of a yoga class or a dance class or things like that. So what I've decided to do is to make it part of my everyday life. And what it simply means, if you've never meditated before, it really just means finding time to be present and still and to focus on your breathing. It just calms your mind, sends your thoughts away, all the anxiety, all the stress, and just brings you back to center. Keeps you calm, keeps you breathing, and it helps me feel stronger. It makes me feel like I can handle the kids better. I can handle any stressful situations better, incorporating that meditation into my day. So what I've been doing to make sure that I actually follow through with this. I discovered 2 apps that you might know about, but I didn't. So if you don't, I'm going to tell you about them because they've been such a helpful tool. The first one is called Calm. Apparently it's a very popular app, so you may know about it. CALM, Calm. It's a free app. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I just think it's really useful. And what it simply is guided meditation that you can use daily. And I just find that gives me the motivation to practice consistently. The second app that I found is called Headspace. So Calm is an American one. Headspace is British. So you have an American accent in the Calm one and a British accent in the Headspace one. And I'm an Aussie. But I like both. And they're both very similar. They achieve very similar results. But what I like to do is wake up first thing with my British guy on the Headspace app. And I begin every day with at least 5 minutes of meditation. And I just find that centers me and sets me up for a good morning. And then in the evening, last thing I do right before I go to bed, I use the Calm app. And I've been doing basically just 10-minute kind of meditations with them. To begin with, I may work them up to be longer because I really enjoy it, to be honest. So I would definitely encourage you to have a look at those apps if you need to bring a bit of calm back into your life. I did. So that's the first thing I'm loving. Second thing I'm loving is I have done yoga in the past. I've never been, a full-on yoga nut. I've always really enjoyed it, but I've never consistently made time for it. There's a local class that I really enjoy, but it's on the 2 times that it's on. There's one sort of early in the morning and one later in the evening. They just don't really work for me those times. I don't know. I make excuses. I don't find the time to go there. I just wasn't doing it, even though I really enjoy it. I don't know why, really. You sabotage these things for yourself. So what I have done to make life easier and to make it much more difficult for me to say no to yoga, because I really enjoy yoga for my head and for my body, is I've been watching on YouTube Yoga with Adriene. So you might have heard of her, you might have, I don't know, but I heard about her, I can't even remember where, to be honest, and another YouTuber must have mentioned her at some point. But I love it because she's doing a 30-day free yoga course at the moment. And I mean, they're only short sessions. So if you haven't had any experience with yoga before, they're a great way to ease yourself in and also to feel, in the comfort of your own home and to not feel like you've got to keep up with this person, that person. You get to go at your own pace. So I really enjoy that. So I've been doing her course at the moment, her free course, and getting a lot out of it. So those are the first 2 things that I've been incorporating into my day. A third thing I would say, though, is also I've made a real deliberate decision to focus back on just eating plants. So just trying to eliminate all of the processed foods. I mean, not all, obviously that's difficult, but I just mean I'm trying to make up the most of my day with whole plant foods. It's not rocket science, is it? Just fruits and veggies. I make sure that I'm getting in my omega-3s, my ground flax and my chia seeds. And, I make sure that I'm covering all my bases. But whole foods. It's so simple if we just stick to it. So anyway, that's another thing I'm doing. And I did say 3. Foot's going to sleep here on the floor. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned, but it's a very overcast, rainy day here today. And it's an absolute perfect day, to be honest. It's a mother's dream. Craig's taken the kids out and I've just had the pitter-patter of rain in the background all day in my little quiet house while I've been pottering around, spending time on my own. It's been bliss. But anyway, so sorry if the lighting's a bit weird. And yes, I'm sitting on the floor because I'm trying to sit where there's some decent sunlight or some kind of daylight coming through. So now I've got pins and needles in my leg. But the other thing that I want to quickly mention is that I've been reading again. Or not reading again, but reading more. I've been trying to spend less time on my phone, less time on social media, less time on Netflix, less time on YouTube. And I've been trying to get back into reading. It's so good for the soul. So I thought I'd tell you what I'm reading. I have been reading Liane Moriarty books. If you haven't heard of her, you probably have heard of the series Big Little Lies with Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon. It's won a lot of awards and it's a very good series. And that was what I watched originally, which sparked my interest in the author, Liane Moriarty. And she's written 7 books and they are just divine. They are just such a good read. They are like eating the most satisfying, delicious meal. They're just wonderful. I love them. So I would recommend highly reading her books, but I have just finished them all. So I am going to this. I got this for Christmas. This is Oprah's new book. Have you heard of Oprah Winfrey? Yes. Anyway, this is her new book, The Wisdom of Sundays. And I haven't even begun it yet. I literally finished this one last night and I'm going to start reading this one in a moment. This one obviously is not a fiction. It's not going to be full of drama and passion and intrigue like The Hypnotist's Love Story, which was so good. But this, I feel like, is just what I need to keep me inspired with some motivational quotes and readings about being mindful, being present. So, that's me in a nutshell. That's what I'm focusing on this year. I want to be a better person today than I was yesterday. And you know what? I want to be even better tomorrow. What about you? What do you want to get out of this year? Let me know in the comments. Give us a like. Subscribe. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. There's a whole lot of new subscribers. And I really appreciate you being here. Sometimes I think, should I just quit this YouTube game? What am I doing here? What have I got to say? And then I sort of think, well, 500 people out there think that there must be something worth listening to. So I'll stick around. All right, folks. Have a great day. Look after yourself.